Well, MLB The Show has actually made some pretty good updates to this game, so we're going to talk about that. Obviously, they came out with the new June Lightning collections, which is obviously very exciting. Obviously, we got the PCA and we have the Cedric Mullins, who obviously look very good. And they also gave us this Alcantara card, who should be pretty solid for the most part because he hit the Marlins franchise record, which is pretty cool. But then PCA, obviously this card's going to be phenomenal. I still haven't got the chance to use him yet, but I definitely will. And then for the retro, they actually put a Dansby Swanson card in here, 97 overall. It's actually a pretty solid card for the most part. And then at that 13 reward is going to be that 2021 June Cedric Mullins season with the Orioles, which was very solid. Obviously, these cards are very good. It's going to take a decent amount of time to get the retro with all these different cards in here. But these June programs were obviously very solid. And they actually had some pretty solid updates to the game. So the updates I'm talking about is going to be coming from Gameplay Update 13, which I'm going to read off for you guys and I'll show it on the screen. Basically, they fixed all the glitch pitchers, so they're able to fix Josh Hader. They finally fixed Michael King, and they fixed Grant Taylor's pitch release because it was looking funky when he threw it. And I guess what they did for Josh Hader and Michael King, because Josh Hader's been broken for like 2 years. I think he's been broken since like 24 or 23. It's actually kind of crazy. They just changed his pitch animation, so he's like now on another pitch animation instead of his own. That's how they fixed it. A lot of people were mad about it because it took 2 years to figure that out. But hey, it took a while, but at least it's fixed, right? I think that's the main thing that we should focus on. At least it's fixed. So all the glitch pitchers should be fixed, which is very good. So that was one of the big issues that they did fix. So they did talk about Gameplay 14 as well. It's going to be a hitting update and a bear down pitching update. And they said for bear down pitching, when you use bear down pitching, you get a little bit more control and more velocity. Apparently, it hasn't been really working that well. Apparently, they're going to make it better or something like that. If we take a look at Jacob Mizorowski's card, he's got that 102 outlier on his fastball and slider. So I'm assuming that these pitches will go even faster and with more accuracy when the update comes into effect. And they also gave us a hitting update as well. They said PCI shrinkage might be gone. All right, keyword on might. They basically said it's going to be easier to hit balls, like the sliders down and away. It's going to be easier to hit those pitches. So I imagine they're going to do some kind of PCI shrinkage fix, which is going to be good for the game. Now, don't get me wrong. It's great that they're making all these changes, but college football did just drop, and there's a lot of MLB creators currently on that game. And honestly, don't really blame them because this game really hasn't been the best MLB The Show game in the last couple of years. So it makes sense. Obviously, that game just came out and there's a ton of new features, a ton of new stuff to do. So it makes sense why people are on that game. But you guys let me know in the comment section, is this them actually fixing the game or just trying to get people back on the game because they know people are playing college football? You guys definitely let me know in the comment section down below about that. And then all the All-Star content is coming very soon. And they did put out a couple graphics on socials, which I'll definitely show on screen. So this is all the All-Star content you can expect. Thursday, July 9th is going to be the big one. There's going to be a couple of non-All-Star content as well, which is going to be a new Cornerstone program and July Spotlight Drop 1. And the All-Star content is going to be the 5th Inning XP Path. Weekend Classic is going to come out. There's going to be the 2026 AL and NL All-Star programs. There's going to be a My Legacy 2026 All-Star program, which sounds pretty interesting. Then there's going to be a new Diamond Quest, new Conquest, new mini-season, event, and packs. And then All-Star Collections and All-Star Predictions, which is very similar to what we had last year as well. So that's coming Thursday, July 9th. Now coming on Saturday, July 11th, that is going to be all the draft content because that's when the MLB draft is happening. So you're going to have the MLB draft pack, which we always have every single year. There's going to be a draft program, a draft conquest, and they said reactivated with a draft 1 pick. So we'll see what that means. And then another draft pack. So 2 draft packs. They did 3 last year. I think there was like 1 through 5, and then it was like 6 through 15, and then the rest of the guys or something like that. So very similar to what we had last year. I don't think there's going to be a home run derby or a draft collection this year. I think it's just going to be a main all-star collection because they did do 3 collections last year, but I think they're going to be changing that up this year. Then Monday, July 13th is obviously the home run derby, which is going to be very exciting to watch. There's going to be a home run derby pack with all the participants, and then we're going to have a home run derby program, which will be pretty exciting. And so far, the only player we know that is participating in the home run derby is Juman Caminero from the Tampa Bay Rays. So he'll definitely have a pretty fun card in the home run derby. And then Tuesday, July 14th is going to be the MLB All-Star game, which is going to be very exciting. There's going to be a new ranked season, a new event, and a multiplayer program. And then after the All-Star game, they always do the pack, which is like super late night. So they'll have the pack featuring the MVP, the 2026 All-Star Game program, and then predictions, collections will be updated. So that's basically all of the All-Star content. I also flash those on screen for you guys as well so you guys can see it. So there's gonna be a lot of All-Star content coming. I always like to say All-Star is like the second biggest drop of the year. Like when the game comes out, opening day, that's usually like the first biggest one, and then All-Star is usually the second one. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. We'll be updating the channel with all different videos and streams, basically covering everything. So if you guys want to stay tuned for all that future content, definitely make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. But with that being said, what's your guys' thoughts on all the June Lightning stuff, the brand new updates to the game? I think those are the massive changes that are going to make this game just a lot better, because we've been complaining just so much about it. So hopefully it does make the game better and more fun to play. And obviously all the all-star content coming, which is going to be very exciting. Definitely let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. But with that being said, make sure you guys check out all the socials. They'll be linked down below in the description. You guys can follow me on all the socials over there. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, everyone.